I was out in my front yard and we were playing football. That was on December 7th, 1941. One of my sisters came out and said, "You guys get in the house because the war started."
We were listening to the radio like so many other people, and it came on, and for the rest of the day it just seemed to be all shot. There didn't seem to be else going on.
I was living in Rochester, Minnesota, and I was the director of the Red Cross.
Elwood J. Lund, Corporal, 1703-3712.
207-54126. I'll never forget it.
I was in junior high school, between in the 7th grade when you stop and think about it. My father ran the grocery store at L.J. Norby Company at that time, and I went to work for him when I think I was a freshman. And we had a lot of problems with rationing.
Well, about the rationing, at that time, we had little booklets and little coupons were sent out to the families. For the individuals were allowed so much sugar and so much flour, and they had to take your permit for being allowed so much, rather than just quantities of some of the items that were more scarce and were having to be rationed.
And they'd have blackouts. This is a little later too. They'd have blackouts in Detroit Lakes, and the courthouse was the headquarters. So we'd go up there when they'd blow the whistle a certain number of times, and we'd have to answer that. And for a while they kind of told us when that would happen, but then once in a while they'd blow the whistle and we have to go. And we went up in the courthouse, and everything was dark, and Boy Scouts were messengers. And we had to send a message to another building. We'd take it over, or if we had to go do something for one of the men that were in charge, we'd do that.
So I ended up a radarman first class.
Do you remember your serial number?
328-8108. After 6 years and 7 days, you don't get a pay unless you knew your number.
Where were you when the war began?
I was a bum. You don't know what a bum is. Hitchhiked around the United States because times were tough in 1940s. My older brother and I left home because folks had all they could do to feed themselves. Then I saw a sign, Uncle Sam Finger at pointing at, "I want you. Join the U.S. Navy. I'll give you $21 a month, room and board." Oh man, that's $18 a month more than I can make. And probably didn't get fed only 2-3 times a week. So I went in the Navy. They told me I could see the world. Got aboard the ship, and what did they do? Welded the porthole shut. I'm telling you like it is. What?
We learned real fast, you know. There wasn't, it seems like in World War II, when I think back to it now, we were all a bunch of kids, that's all we were. I was in the Park Rapids National Guard when they were federalized into the United States Army in 1940. And we were sent to Camp Hahn, California, for extensive training that they was going to get the National Guard ready for what the country thought was we were probably going to get into World War II eventually, and they wanted us to get more training. And we were training there in the Camp Hahn is right near the Mojave Desert out there, and we were in desert training environment and so on like that, and we thought it was very unusual that we'd be sent to the Aleutian Islands after that.
Well, I went to Pearl Harbor in, I suppose March of '41. That's where I was based when the war broke out. We weren't, I'll go right now, we weren't quite in the harbor. We should have been. We had taken Thanksgiving Day 1941. I had liberty and went to Honolulu and come back, and they were loading the ship. We're taking off tomorrow. We went into a high-speed run to Wake Island and delivered fighter planes with the Aircraft Carrier Enterprise. And then we'd come back, and just like you drive your car, you go fast, you use a lot of fuel. So these small ships' cans had to come alongside and take on oil to run the motors, the engines. We rolled together, like it was rough. Rolled together, and the ship I was on smashed aside the ship and pulled aside like that. An 8-inch hawser broke and caught the screw on the ship I was on and jammed it. And if you monkeyed with a rope that gets wet, they swell up. And they had divers, and they worked till way late in the afternoon before they got the rope hawser unscrewed, you know. That held us out of Pearl, otherwise we'd have been in December 6th. There would have been 12 more ships in there. Aircraft Carrier Enterprise, Northampton Heavy Cruiser, which I was on, Pensacola and Salt Lake City, and 8 cans. And if we'd have been in and tied up where we usually did, we'd have been just ahead of the Arizona and across the channel. You know, when we come back, we come into San Francisco. I saw her come in the Golden Gate Bridge was all in fog with the exception of probably 150 feet of the piers sticking above the fog. I thought maybe I was something wrong with it because, like I said, 46 months over there, you wonder, are you ever going to get back to see Uncle Sugar, which is the U.S.? I looked around and there's other guys crying. That was the most beautiful sight I ever seen.